Greetings, fellow traders. Paul here. It's time for the lunchtime market update for Wednesday, June the 23rd, 2021. I hope everybody's having a great trading day today. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research. Everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right, let's check where we are at the market here today. So SPX, guys, up about a point here. So still green on the monthly chart. Weekly chart, again, inside week still. Getting really close to all-time highs to potentially invalidating last week's bearish engulfing candle. McClellan oscillator is still just a little bit less than 100, but kind of hanging in there right now. So a little bit of a doji day here so far. So we're definitely expected a little bit of a pause day today, and that's kind of what we're seeing here. So it makes a good day if you like to sell premium to do that. We'll see where we end up in the afternoon. Fed's Bostic talking this afternoon, kind of getting things moving a little bit on the downside, but not enough to really get things a little bit too worried. So here we're kind of tracking this last impulsive wave up. We got all the way back up really within almost a day's time. Really close to fresh all-time highs. So after the ABC down move, this could be a wave one, and like I said, we're kind of looking maybe that we'll see if we have a wave two pullback. So again, if this is kind of the high right here, wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a retrace. So we'll see how that goes going into the rest of the day. Let's take a look at SPY. Again, volume today is just kind of really abominable, right? So just really just choppy day here so far, but still over the ADMA. Let's take a look at the S&P futures. Okay, so the futures, again, nice bounce here to the downside. Got a little bit of a move off of our extension here and then back to the value area high. So right now it's just kind of chopping around, and we'll see where we end up going into this afternoon. Generally leaning bearish into today, but overall it is still a choppy one. So we'll see where we go from there. Kind of the big thing to note is the this geometric line right here, right? So see if we can stay below that on the short side. Otherwise, if we break above there, right, it might start to kind of grind its way up. So let's kind of see what we have in store for the afternoon. Let's take a look at the Qs. Again, fresh all-time highs in the Qs, and then back down here again below the geometric line. The IWM, a little bit slow here on Thinkorswim here today. I'm going to have to reboot this after we're done. Let's see, waiting for data. It's like you got one job. Let's see if this data ends up pulling up here. All right, there it is. Yeah, performance issue detected. Imagine that. So still kind of stuck within the 15-hour range here on the IWM. XLF, again, really important for this name to for the banks to hold up here today. They are kind of grinding their way back up to the 15-hour high. Could be kind of a cup and handle-ish type pattern. So we'll see how that goes here going into the rest of the day. Let's take a look at the VIX. The VIX it got a little bit perky there on that last drop, but it's just still kind of range bound back in the 15-hour range right here. So just a little bit more chop here, it looks like, in store into the early afternoon. Apple in the 15-hour range, so we expected a pause day on this one here today. Tesla. So Tesla actually got a huge rip here this morning. Big point. We pointed this out through the signal zone here today that it looked pretty bullish, and folks were enjoying that today. It did get pretty close to there. I've actually hit the 2.618 extension off of this crazy butterfly that I saw this morning, and it's kind of moved down a little bit off of it, but just kind of chopping, so it might just be a little bit of a flag pattern. Roku again, can't stop, won't stop. Up about 13 points here today. It's over its 15-hour high, so we'll see if that continues to move there. Bitcoin, so we have some chart requests. Bitcoin actually hanging in there pretty well, up about 1,200 points here today. Again, the big thing is really just kind of its interplay with its 200-day moving average. See how it holds right here. We got an upper shadow off of that and the ADMA, so just a little bit of caution there. It needs to get and stay above those. A couple other ones here. We got Upstart, so we haven't looked at this one in a few days. So Upstart getting really, really tight. It is below the ADMA, so be a little bit careful. If anything, it might surprise to the downside. Amazon. Amazon hanging in there with an inside day, so not surprised to see a little bit of a pause day on this one here too after its last run up. Google, again, a lot of the big tech guys talking here today, like testifying before Congress, right? So Google ended up during that whole thing tagging all-time highs and kind of came back in range right there. Facebook, Zuckerberg out there too. Doing his thing, a little bit of a push there, and over yesterday's decent range. Again, we liked the social media names yesterday. They were pretty strong, so we got a little bit of follow through there. Twitter, really nice follow through. And Jack was not on Capital, so that's probably good for the stock, right? So good stuff there. Let's see, Wish. Hanging in there, inside day. So let's see. We didn't get the Doji sandwich up, but tried to make a little bit of move, but could not get over the cloud here today. And AMC over the ADMA. So again, let's see how it handles that triangle range and if we can get a break out of there with some volume. So good stuff, guys. Appreciate everybody for tuning in and for the requests. We'll see you guys in the market wrap. Again, let's keep an eye on this market. Looking for some chop, leaning a little bearish on it. So we'll see how that goes here today. And hope everybody's a great one. Stay healthy out there. Remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game.